family, welcome to Family Meeple. I'm Raymond, and this is the Marvel Everything in Season 1, Marvel United, and we continue our playthrough of the Spider-Verse timeline. So in the last episode, we of course saw Spider-Man and Daredevil taking on Bullseye. We are back up against Bullseye, but this time in challenge mode, and I figured, seeing as we had unlocked Daredevil, who better to face off against Bullseye than of course Daredevil's partner in crime, Elektra. So of course, with this being the challenge mode, we do need to remove the double wild for each of our heroes. So I'll do that for Elektra and give her a shuffle. That's who we just unlocked, and we'll do the same across here for Daredevil. The double wild gone, and shuffling up Daredevil's cards. So with our heroes set, we'll have a look at our villain. So as I said, we've got Bullseye again, but this time challenge mode. So special rules as a reminder: when a hero is knocked out, Bullseye doesn't activate his BAM. Instead, the hero gets a knockout token. When he BAMs, deal 1 damage to each hero on both locations adjacent to Bullseye rather than his actual location. And then a villainous plot is: in the event of overflow, we lose. Alternatively, we take 2 knockouts, so the knockout tokens equal to the number of heroes, then we lose on that basis as well. Playing with a 2-player game, so 2-handed solo, we have 5 health on the stack. Let's see where Bullseye will start. He will start over in location 1. So let's have a look at our locations for this game. So we are again playing through the Spider-Verse deck. So we've got the Queens as the first location. This is where Bullseye will be starting. So at the end of the turn, if you have 1 or 2 cards in your hand, you may draw a card. So Queens is our point of healing. And while we're here, let's go ahead and randomly draw these. Okay, so Queens is where we've got a diversion. So as long as this threat card is in play, heroes can't defeat Bullseye, nor can they win the game by any means. Okay, so have a look up here. Then we've got location 2 with the Brooklyn Bridge and location 3 with Oscorp. So we've got may add a civilian to any location that rescues in this location, and with the Oscorp Tower may give a move, may gain a move token. So we have the other diversion over here, and we have a hiding place. So Bullseye is in this location, he cannot take any damage. Moving across, then we have Osborn's Laboratories. So at the end of the turn, may gain an attack token, and a daily vigil at the end of the turn, reveal a master plan card. You may place it on the bottom. So we've got a striking unseen. So heroes take an extra point of damage this location, and another hiding place at the Daily Bugle, and then moving down there to the final location being the Midtown High School. That's where we've got the other striking unseen. Okay. It's been a long day, folks. Okay, and it's been incredibly warm here in the UK, and even warmer in my office, which really does get sunbaked towards the end of the day. Okay, so let's shuffle up Bullseye's cards. So they are ready to go. And of course, in typical fashion, he will play first. So let's see what throw against us. So he's going to move 1. Oh, in fact, let's put our heroes on the table as well, shall we? So if he's starting over here, 1, 2, 3, over at Osborn Labs, we will commence. So he is now going to move 1 to Brooklyn Bridge. He would attack, he'll do his BAMs, so he'll attack on either side. So we'll attack on these 2 sides, we're not there. excuse me. He's got to put out some thugs. Gosh, up there. So went down the wrong hole. Okay. We have 3 thugs added. So definitely need to be heading that way and taking care of those. So let's see what we have to help us to do that. So that will get added to the storyline. So Daredevil starts off with a single wild. The man without fear going to move and take for each civilian you rescue this turn. There's not a lot of civilians out there on that way. And there's no movement. Oh, we've got a move and attack. Move and attack we could use. Sure, and we need to draw another one. Sorry, yeah. So move and rescue. We could also use. So it's either a move and attack or a move and rescue. So let's be extra sneaky and have a look and see what Elektra's going to draw up. She's got a move and attack, a rescue, and a single wild. Okay. So, there we go. Attack. Move and double attack. There's definitely more thugs out there at the moment, so I think we're going to do a move and attack with Daredevil. So he'll play his first card up. So he'll come across and he'll move and attack. That's our first thug defeated. And we're over to Elektra. And she'll follow suit with another move and attack into the storyline. Which means she does get to do double move, add 2 attacks as well. No, that's fine. I think we could take care of this over here. So we've got 2 more attacks down. And then it is back to Daredevil. We'll draw another card. Ooh. We could certainly use the double heroic feat for sure. So I've got a move and attack and a double heroic feat. Those diversions absolutely have to go. So let's do an attack at Oscorp Tower where we currently are. And then we're going to move from Oscorp Tower across to Brooklyn Bridge, and we're going to use the 2 heroic feats to start tackling this threat. That is a significant threat to us, of course. Not being able to complete the game and take out Bullseye, that's a no-no. So that is us done. We are back to the villain. So he is going to move 3. 1, 2, and 3, which is good because we're not either side of him for his ban, so ineffective. But he is then going to put out a whole bunch of civilians. Now, that doesn't make certainly the Daily Bugle a place of risk. Likewise, the Midtown High School and Osborne Laboratories. Okay. So we are now across to Elektra, who has a double attack. So she's got a double heroic feat and a double attack. There is nothing for her to attack in her location. So she can use a heroic feat, but really she wants to do probably a move at attack. A move at attack would get her maybe down to Queens. She could attack here. And Queens is the other one that's worth clearing because that's our healing point. Avoid being knocked out. But I'm aware on the other side of the board right now, we've only got 1 space in each of these and only 1 space here over at Midtown High School. So yeah, very acutely aware of that. But we need to move, so we're going to go with the move at attack. So that gets added to our storyline. And we are she's going to move down to location 1. Sorry, we're going to do the 1 heroic feat to clear the diversion. That is our first threat token gathered. And then we'll use 1 heroic feat to start clearing this next one. And we defeat the Stug with the attack. Okay, so we're well and truly on our way to defeating the right number of thugs. So we're over to Daredevil, who draws a single heroic feat. So he's got to move and attack. So he could do a double move. So what I'm thinking up here is he could do a double move and an attack and a rescue. Just clearing this up. Just reducing the risk of overflow over here in Osborne Labs. It does spin our guys up, but it means he's kind of working around this side of the board, this half of the board, and controlling what's happening over here, whilst Elektra can control maybe what's happening over here. Does also mean that Elektra gets an additional heroic feat to use on her turn towards clearing this second diversion. So I think that's what I'm going to do, folks. I think that's what I'm going to do is Daredevil will play his move and heroic feat. Got to keep moving, got to keep moving. Okay, so we're going to do 1 and 2 and a punch and rescue. Okay. And then we are back to Elektra. Ooh, Master Assassin. So she's got a double attack and a move. Worth keeping for sure. But for now, I think she's going to do a wild, single wild, rather than a single heroic feat. So it does mean over here at this location, because she has a move and a heroic feat and a wild, she can use the double heroic feat to clear this off, leaving her with a move. And I think we go over to Midtown High School, just try and control what's happening over here. And we've uncovered our healing place, so I think that's a good move up. So let's do that. Heroes take an extra point of damage. Oh, that could be a significant risk if he stays where he is. If he stays where he is and bams, both of us get hit. That's probably not so wise. Okay, let's go over to Brooklyn Bridge instead. So it says I may add 1 civilian to any location and then rescue 1 civilian from this location. So let's go ahead and do that, because it's just 1 more civilian to our pool then, isn't it? So doing the Brooklyn Bridge, we're going to rescue the civilian from here. So that goes to our rescued civilians. And then we're going to add a civilian over to Queens, because we've still got 2 spaces, bit of capacity. There, that is it for us. We are back to the villain. So Bullseye will do. Ooh, Master Assassin to deal 2 damage to each hero in both locations adjacent. Oh, move clockwise to the next location with no heroes. Okay. Okay, folks, my understanding is he will move. So the fact that he's in a location with no heroes is irrelevant. He is going to move, and he's going to move clockwise to a location where there are no heroes. So that works great for us. So he's now moved to Midtown, and he's going to do 2 damage to each hero in both locations adjacent to Bullseye. So there are none. Okay, we got away with that one, folks. Got away. Okay, so we are back to Daredevil. So he'll draw. It's a single attack. He's got a single wild. So you could use a single wild to move. And he could then use maybe the heroic feat to rescue. I think my primary concern right now is these two locations here. These are the ones that are at risk of overflow, so they're the ones we need to control. So my thing is, I want to do I could use. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to use his the man without fear, and he's going to use the wild to move one. And then he'll use the heroic feat to rescue a civilian. And then because he's rescued a civilian, he's going to gain a movement token, which for now I think I'll hold on to. He's got a movement token. So we're over to Elektra. So Elektra has ninja training, double attack, or you cannot take a damage at the beginning of your next turn. I don't think that's a significant risk right now. Elektra, so she's got lots of attacks and really doesn't help us. So the best thing she can do really is a move. It's just a bit of a waste of the assassin card, right? You look at where she is. Not a lot she could do there, folks. Reality. So she could do the move and come down to Queens and clear one of the extra civilians off of Queens. Or what else could she do? Not a lot. Ooh, I mean, the most obvious other thing to be doing is working through these threats, right? We've got halfway there now. We've got two of them. But we're nearly halfway there on the civilians, and we're over halfway on the thugs. But we have run out of thugs on the board. Civilians, 3-3. We have got enough to make a difference, but not in addition to maybe clearing those threats. It all takes heroic feats is the issue, folks. Right, so we're going to throw away almost, kind of waste the assassin. We don't get the double attack. We're going to move in a heroic feat. The question is where to move to. I think we're going to move an heroic feat down to Queens. And rescue a skivvy from there. No, not topped out. Get up, get up. Okay. So we are back to Daredevil, who has heroic feat and a punch. And thankfully, Elektra has just given him a move to boot. So he can go to where thinking he can go to Midtown and do a move. He could do a heroic feat and attack there, which at least regains us control over the locations. I think that's going to be the best bet. So he'll use the move from Elektra, and he'll place his heroic feat and attack. Get us a couple more on the cards, but we are out of thugs to defeat. But we have still got plenty of civilians to rescue. Okay, folks, that is it for us. We are back to Bullseye. Okay, he's going to stay where he is. Impossible shots deal 2 damage to each hero in the location opposite Bullseye. And if we go 1, 2, 3, there is nobody. So possible it may be, but there was no one there. But that could have been a different story, folks. If you remember, this is where Elektra was. I was contemplating going here, but I didn't. Okay, so luck of the draw, we are back to Elektra. Psy deal damage in both adjacent locations. There's nothing to attack. She's got a heck of a lot of attack. So we're going to do the two heroic feats. Sorry, the heroic feat. Because that heroic feat with the other heroic feat and the attack means those two heroic feats. She can rescue the two civilians over in Queens. So we're now equal. The civilians rescued and the thugs defeated. We are back to Daredevil, who has Blind Justice. Gain a move token for each attack. For each thug you defeat this turn, which is none. We have none out. This isn't working for us, folks. We're going to have to do the single wild just to get... Well, we have got a movement. We have got a movement, but we'll do the single wild. Oh, although... Striking unseen, hiding place. The hiding places is what we want to get rid of. Let's do that. We're going to do the wild. On the basis that we can then use Daredevil's move token to move him up to here. And then because I'm not wanting to put Bullseye into under pressure, instead I'm going to place use the wild and the heroic feat to put two tokens out there. Okay, and now we are back to Elektra. It has a single move. What to do with a move? I mean, again, hiding places where we want to get to, but I'm not going to get there with that. Is she better? I think of the move, it's got to be the move. We don't have really much choice in the matter. So coming up then, we can move here, but there is no benefit to doing so. So we're going to move over here instead where Bullseye is, and we're going to rescue, we're going to use the wild to rescue a civilian. So we are one away from putting Bullseye under pressure. That's it for us, folks. We are back to the villain, and he's going to move to put out some thugs. Okay, so let's come up 1 and 2. He is going to bam, but there is no one there, so we're scot-free, and he's going to put out 3 thugs. Is good. We can get to them. Loads of room here, loads of room there. Certainly still a good amount of room here, so no immediate risk of overflow. But that's it for his actions. So we are back to Daredevil. We are running out of cards. That's the clock now ticking on us, but we are close in achieving both civilian rescues and thugs defeated. There is 3 more civilians out on the board. We've got 2 here, 1 here, and we now have 3 thugs out on the board. We need 1 more civilian, 2 more thugs. Thugs at the other side of the table, however. We don't have any movement being the issue. Oh, this is where it gets difficult, folks. So we can do here. What do we got? We have got 1 movement from Elektra. So I'm thinking we're going to do. Right, let's do a heroic feat. for Daredevil, which means he can move and he can do it on heroic feet. I don't want to put him under pressure right now. Oh, we've got literally one card. Ah, oh, folks. And we've got to get to him. Or is he going to come to us? Oh, this is rough. See, Spidey had the moves. Okay. So we're going to do a... Do I want him to go? I mean, he's got certainly many more cards than we have. Is it better now to activate him? With the hope that he'll move and put out some more thugs for us to defeat, and then we can defeat him. I think that's what we're going to have to do, folks. Okay. And hope he doesn't end up here. So we're going to rescue the civilian. We're going to put him under pressure. So this is gone. And I can move. Where? The question that is, do I want to move to? If I want to move at all. Ooh, I think we need to move because I think we need to split up. So I'm going to move against my better judgment over to Osborn. Let's see, what does Elektra draw? A single attack. Great. So she's got a heroic feat, a single attack, no movement. I mean, if he comes round to her, we're sorted, folks, right? If he gets a move 1, 2, 3, 4, provided we can get those thugs cleared, heads in, right? Ooh, let's do the sigh. Okay, so we're going to put, because I've got nothing better to do, we're going to put a heroic feat out on the striking unseen, and the sigh enables us to deal damage in both adjacent locations. So whilst we don't have a thug here, we do have a thug here. Puts us one thug away from being able to attack him. Okay, that is our double actions. He is now under pressure. He will move 3 and bam, the worst for us. Okay, and put out civilians, not particularly helpful. Okay, here's what it is. And he cannot take any damage whilst he's in that location, whilst that is there. Okay. So, right, bring it up top. It's going to move 3. 1, 2, 3. And he's going to bam, which will do damage to both of us. And we're both in striking distance. We take 2 damage each. Okay, so Elektra will get rid of both of the specials and leave the double attack in there. And Daredevil get those 2, leave the heroic feet up. Taking a chance here, folks. Okay, so that's it for that. And then he's going to put out civilians. Plenty of here now because we've cleared this. So again, we're not in any immediate risk of overflow. It's good. Okay, we are back to Daredevil. We'll draw a card. It is a move. Radar sense, gain either heroic feats or attack tokens for each location you enter this turn. He only gets the 1. Here's the thing, folks. Okay, so he can play that card to move to Oscorp Tower, where he can attack that thug, which makes Bullseye vulnerable, providing he's not in a hiding place. And I can then claim either an attack token or heroic feat token. Oh, decisions, folks. Decisions. Okay. I think we're going to have to do it, aren't we? We're going to have to do it. Okay, so we're going to play the move. Oh, let's put Bullseye's thing down. Okay, so we're going to play the move. Going to move to Oscorp Tower. He's going to defeat the thug, which means we can now attack Bullseye at least. He does have okay, yeah, and then he you take a heroic feat or an attack. Heroic feat or attack. Let's do heroic feat. Am I going to kick myself for this? Elektra, draw her card. He has got to move. She can't attack him. Okay, that's fine. So instead, she will move to Queens. So she'll jump across the screens. If you have 1 or 2 cards in your hand, you may draw a card. So at least she gets to heal up 1 card, lesser risk of being knocked out. Oh, she still needed to play a card though, didn't she? So we'll just play the single attack with nothing else on it. Okay, so we are back to Bullseye. Going to stay where he is. He's going to bam, which has no effect, and there's nothing else to it. But unfortunately, it does mean he still can't be attacked, folks. We are running out of cards here. We are running out of cards. Oh, just got no movement. I need him to come to us. I mean, I can put a heroic feat and that token on the other hiding place. So we are literally on the brink of getting rid of both of these, but I don't think we've got enough cards to do it, folks. We are back to Elektra. This is all of her cards now, and again, no movement. When she goes to draw a card and can't, is game over? Oh, is it? No, I think she would still play a card, maybe. I think she still plays a card. It's when he can't draw a card, yes. Right, I need him to move 1, 2 to Elektra. Let's see what he does. Oh, he's going to move 1. It's moving closer. But he's going to do a point of damage to Elektra. She gets to draw another card. Okay, he's going to move 1. He's going to bam, which will do no damage up here, but will do 1 point of damage to Elektra. So she will take 1 of her cards, put them back at the bottom of her deck. He's then going to put out civilians. Again, we've got plenty of capacity in all areas. That is not here nor there. That's Daredevil. Just can't move. The Daredevil has an attack, has access to another attack. We can't even do an heroic feat to clear another threat. so frustrating when this happens. Okay, here's what it is. So he'll do an attack, nothing, and he's got another attack which will also do nothing. There is nothing else he could do. Elektra will draw an attack. She has nothing to attack. I don't think we're going to be able to deal enough damage to him, is the issue now, folks. Back to villain. Oh, now he's going to move 4, which still moves him out of our grasp. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's quite literally running circles around us. He's going to bam, which will do a point of damage to Daredevil, which will knock him out, which could do nothing about. And he's got to put out a bunch of thugs, which again, it's inconsequential now, folks. It is literally nothing more we can do other than see it through to the end. So we got 3 thugs. Daredevil's knocked out. That's it for us. Daredevil gets back up, draws his card. He can't. Oh no. I mean, yeah, we can do 1 point, 2 points to him. Could have maybe done 3, but yeah, it makes no odds. We are out of cards. This is reality, folks. So he could play this one, Blind Justice. He could defeat this thug, and when he defeats a thug, it says he can gain a movement token. He can use that movement token to jump across to the labs where Bullseye is. He's not protected, so he can attack him, and he can do 1 point of damage. So that is as much as he can do. Oh, so frustrating. So frustrating. Then over to Elektra, and she has a double attack but no movement. So she'll play her double attack and an attack, but there's nothing she can do. At which point he'll move 1 and deal 2 points to each hero in the location opposite. 1, 2, 3, which will be Brooklyn Bridge, which will be nobody. It's wasted, but it gets away because there is nothing we can do. There is no way we can chase him, and he's protected again. Lady Bugle. Oh, wow. It's challenging, folks. That's challenging. And you see, I mean, you know, obviously, Daredevil is much more heroic feat focused. Elektra, much more attack focused. But even between them, they just didn't have the movement. And in fact, actually, all the movement, when you look at the playthrough, all the movement actually came out down here. Look, you know, so you got double move, single move, and then that was almost all of our movement came out in the first few rounds, and then we had 1 movement card, and at that point it was dry. Wow. So yeah, we used the movement well in terms of controlling the board, but we needed to obviously hold back on some of that movement in the later game to in order to be able to actually maneuver and catch our villain. So that's it, folks. We did not conquer Bullseye. He got away, and worse still, he did knock out Daredevil. So there it is, folks. That is this episode done. We didn't get to unlock any more heroes. We'll have to come back and replay Bullseye on challenge mode. We'll have to think about what heroes to bring that will be able to satiate his attacking incredible Very good. Anyway, that's it. So I hope you've enjoyed that, as frustrating as it can be. I have enjoyed it, as always. It is challenging, sometimes, as you seem, frustrating. Fantastic. If you like this video, please do hit that like button. If you want to encourage me to keep making more content, please hit that subscribe. It really does encourage me. Otherwise, I'll see you back at the table soon. Take care and ta-ta for now.